All parties in the matter of Matsko versus Davila, step forward, please.
Painter Rich Matsko is suing ex-girlfriend, 25-year-old school teacher Julianne Davila, for breaking an apartment lease.
Mr. Matsko, you and the defendant dated for a while. Then, according to your complaint, you were going to move in together. In order for you to do that, she had to break her lease.
Yes.
And also do a pet deposit where you were living?
No, where she was living.
Where she was living?
Yeah.
The whole thing came to about $2,600. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, she moved in, didn't last. She moved out. You say that this money was a loan, and you want your money back, right?
Yes.
You say he wanted you to move in with him?
Yes.
You had a lease?
Yes.
He said, break it. Let me see if I can put this together, make the story myself, because, you know, it's late and I have other things to do today. He said, break the lease, and you said to him?
I didn't want to.
And he said to you?
Move in with me. It'll be better.
And you said to him, it will cost me?
$2,600.
And you said, I don't have?
The money.
And he said to you?
That he would pay.
Shut quiet, please. I can't hear her testifying. Go ahead.
He said that he would pay it for me.
Right?
To break it.
And that's what happened?
Yes.
And you did that?
Yes, I did.
And you moved in with him?
Yes.
And how long did this romance last after you moved in?
Not even more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. You didn't get your $2,600 worth, right?
No.
That's the way it goes. Your case is dismissed.
15-year-old Jennifer Mitchell and 16-year-old Nikki Hanna. She is also suing Jennifer's mother, Patricia Mitchell, and Nikki's father, Kobe Hanna. Brooke says Jennifer and Nikki stole the keys to her car and then wrecked it.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 52 on the calendar in the matter of Morrow versus Mitchell Hanna. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Which one are you?
Mitchell.
Your first name?
Jennifer?
Jennifer, that's not an appropriate way to come to court. If you ever have to go to court again, you don't come to court showing your midriff. Do you understand? It's inappropriate. That's much better. Again. Try it again. Good. Miss Morrow, you were at a friend's house. According to your complaint, these two girls took off in your car without your permission and wrecked it. You want them and their parents to be responsible for that.
Right.
And there is no question on the other side that you did not have her permission to drive the car at that time. Is that right?
I thought we did.
I didn't care what you thought. Neither one of you had permission to drive her car at that time. One of you took the keys and one of you was driving. Is that correct?
Yes.
So all you have to do, Miss Morrow, is hand me the estimate. The car's not running anymore?
No.
Okay, good. So I have the Blue Book breakdown for the car. Okay, you were at a friend's house. Your car is parked outside. Who's going to talk first?
I will.
Fine.
Okay, we were all at my house, and Nikki got mad at Brooke. Well, she wasn't really mad.
Nikki got mad at the plaintiff.
Yes, because of boy problems.
Could you keep your voice up, please?
I'm sorry. And she wanted to talk to me, so I said, let's go for a walk. And we went back in the house, and I told everybody that we were going to go for a walk, and she went back into, like, by my room. And we went back outside and walked around my house, and when we were walking outside my house, she handed me Brooke's keys. And I said, what are you doing? And she's all, we're going to take Brooke's car. I said, well, does Brooke know? Because I don't want to take her car without her knowing. And she said, yeah, she knows. I asked her when we went back inside. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal because Brooke lets us drive her car all the time. So I was just like, okay, because she wanted to talk to me. So we got in the car and we started driving.
Who's we driving?
I was driving.
How old are you?
15.
So you have no license?
No.
Go ahead.
And we were driving around neighborhoods, and as I was making a left-hand turn, Nikki says to me, get on the curb and let's have some fun. And I was like, no, 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 don't be stupid. I don't want to get in a car accident. And as I was making the turn, she turned the wheel.
I did not grab the wheel, Your Honor.
Don't speak yet.
And then we ran into the house. And
You ran into a house with her car?
Yeah.
Idiot. All right, now let's see your version of what happened.
What happened was me and Jenny were outside of her house, and we were sitting there talking, and she was mad because of this guy that she was talking to, her ex-boyfriend. he was there, and he was getting ready to go to a girl's house, and she said, Nikki, go get the keys. And I said, okay. I went and got him out of the bathroom, and I came back and I handed them to her, and she said, okay, let's go. So we...
All right, let's stop right there. Miss, it wasn't my fault. I had nothing to do with it. She told you to go get the keys.
Yes.
And you went into the bathroom. You didn't go to the plaintiff and say, can I have the car keys? Can I borrow your car?
No.
You just went into the bathroom. Now, where in the bathroom were her car keys?
They were on the sink.
And I assume you had seen them there before.
Yes.
Because that's not usually where you keep car keys, on the bathroom sink, right?
No.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 16.
So you went inside, did not get permission
No.
from anybody, just took the car keys, came outside, and gave them to your friend. Now, do you have a driver's license?
No, I don't.
So you took the keys, gave them to her,
Yes.
unlicensed, and you took off.
Yes.
Now, tell me what happened when you took off.
We went driving around, and we went into this country club area. It was really nice, and we were driving, and she said, let's go up on the curb. And I was like, you can do whatever, but be careful. And so she was going around a corner, and I guess she lost control and stepped on the gas instead of the brake, and we hit the house on the corner. And as soon as we had wrecked, she said, I accidentally stepped on the gas instead of the brake.
I never said that. It's not really what happened.
And then we got out and
All
we left.
right, now, which parent belongs to this genius? Stand up, please. Your last name is Mitchell?
Yes.
I would like you to, in 30 seconds or less, tell me why your daughter isn't responsible for half the damage.
Is not responsible?
Yeah.
She is responsible for half the damage.
That's right. Have a seat. You're Mr. Hanna?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to tell me in 30 seconds or less why your daughter isn't responsible for half the damage?
For one, she wasn't the driver of the vehicle, and at 12:30 at night, I expect my daughter, when she's spending the night at a friend's house, to be at that friend's house and not be leaving. The next morning, when I went over to the house to pick the kids up, there's empty beer containers and a keg of beer in the living room floor.
What does that have to do with us stealing car keys and going for a joyride in somebody's car? Nobody's alleging that anybody was drunk.
I didn't
Your
say
daughter
that.
didn't say that she was drunk or the other girl was drunk. What does one thing have to do with another?
She wasn't driving the vehicle.
She stole the keys. She stole the keys. What word would you like me to explain to you?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I think that you're pretty stupid to have allowed, even in the past, either of these two girls to drive your car. And if you're going to do stupid things, you got to be prepared for the consequences.
And later today,
I banged on the roof of the car. I cursed at her.
He was enraged and asked me to open up my driver's side door. And I told him, what are you, crazy? I'm not opening up my door.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 19-year-old Brooke Morrow says former friends, 15-year-old Jennifer Mitchell and 16-year-old Nikki Hanna, stole the keys to her car and wrecked it. Jennifer and Nikki are blaming each other for the accident.
Okay, she stole the keys and gave it to the person who drove the car, and she went with her.
She didn't put a gun to her head and say, you have to drive.
Let me explain something to you, sir. I assume that you are not in the legal profession. So let me explain something to you. If two people are walking in the street and they see a brand new car, and one of them says, I'm going to jimmy open the door. When I do, you get in and drive, and we're going to take this car for a drive. And that's what they do. They are equally as guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, your daughter went into a house, stole somebody else's keys, because when you take something without permission, that is a theft. Gave them to her co-conspirator, who happened to drive the car. But your daughter is 16, and your daughter knows that she doesn't have a license to drive a car, shouldn't be driving a car. So not only did your daughter steal the car keys, but she gave the car keys to somebody who she knew shouldn't be driving and got in the car and drove with her. So they are equally as responsible. I want to know who paid for the damage that was done to the house.
The homeowner's insurance paid for that.
What a shame. I would have loved to have had that case. When did you get this car?
August of 2000.
It was a gift?
Yeah,
Who bought it for you?
my grandparents.
How much did they pay for it?
$1,000.
Who did they buy it from?
My stepdad.
So they got a good deal, right? You got a good deal on the car, because its present wholesale value is, according to this, $1,250.
Yeah, he knocked off a couple hundred.
Of course he did. Now, I have one question to ask you, well, maybe two. Have you given permission at any other time for either of these two girls to drive your car?
Yes.
Why?
Just being nice. Just letting them, just for fun.
How old are you?
19.
I want you to listen to me very carefully. You risk everything when you let somebody drive your car that is unlicensed. Not only do you risk them having a serious accident and hurting somebody, and you would be responsible for that, but if they were in an accident, your insurance company wouldn't cover that. They would say, sue her. I assume you don't have a lot of money right now, but someday you will, and if you're going to do stupid things, you got to be prepared for the consequences. Anyway, I just changed my mind. I was going to give you the wholesale value of the car. I'm just knocking it down to $1,000 that was paid for the car, because I think that you're pretty stupid to have allowed, even in the past, either of these two girls to drive your car. And I'm awarding you $1,000, and each of the girls will pay $500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
They had ran my car into a house and it was totaled.
I didn't touch the wheel.
They stole it and wrecked it. And
She did. Grab the wheel.
we're not friends anymore.
And we
We're
aren't
not
friends.
friends.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Brosnan versus Rios. Step forward, please.
Food service worker Kathleen Brosnan is suing New York firefighter Stephen Rios for kicking her car in a fit of road rage.
Miss Brosnan, it is your claim that the defendant, while in a fit of road rage, caused some damage to your car by punching it or kicking it.
Yes.
You didn't know him before?
No.
You were just driving along a parkway?
Yes.
Is that right? Mr. Rios seems to acknowledge that he lost his temper on that day. He was having a bad day, but he said he caused no damage to your car. So, tell me when this happened.
On September 22nd,
Where?
on the Southern State Parkway.
Can you hold on one sec? Stand still, because you're making me a little bit
Okay.
woozy.
The Southern State Parkway at exit 17.
And did you get on at exit 17?
No. I was driving on the parkway and the incident had happened at exit 17.
What incident?
The incident where he had chased me and kicked my car.
Tell me about him chasing your car.
Okay. I was driving on the parkway on September 22nd. I was going to my boyfriend's job. And around exit 17, I noticed that Mr. Rios was a little bit too close behind my car. So I sped up a little bit to let him know that he was too close to me. And when I did that, he sped up too. And after he sped up, I went to turn on my right-hand signal to change lanes.
You were driving in the fast lane?
Yes. And I wanted to get in the right-hand lane over at the other side. And Mr. Rios did the same thing and almost cut me off. And then I proceeded to go into the next lane.
So you were driving in the fast lane, the strike speeding lane, the passing lane.
Yes.
And he was behind you, and then you got over to the middle lane.
Yes.
And he got over to the middle lane.
Yes.
And then you got over to the far right lane.
Yes.
The slow lane, the granny lane.
Yes.
Did he follow you over to the granny lane?
Yes, he did. And I
Okay.
proceeded to, I sped away to get away from him.
A little nervous? Okay, take a breath. What exit did you get off the parkway?
I got off the parkway at exit 32.
And what happened when you got off at exit 32?
When I get off at exit
Stand still.
32, I was ready to go to sit for a red light, and I didn't notice Mr. Rios behind me. Mr. Rios sped his car in front of mine to cut me off, and I slammed on the brake so that I don't cause an accident. And when he did this, he proceeded to get out of his van, and he cursed me and asked me to open up my driver's side door. And I told him, "What are you, crazy? I'm not opening up my door." So after this, he was enraged, and after that, he had kicked my car.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kathleen Brosnan says fellow motorist Stephen Rios chased her down and kicked her car in a fit of road rage. Stephen admits he lost his temper, but claims he caused no damage.
Okay. Now, what time of the day or night was this?
1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So it was light out.
Uh-huh.
Can I see the damage to
Sure.
your car, please?
It's right there.
And you were driving alone?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Rios. Now I'll hear you, sir.
It certainly didn't follow her at exit 17 or 19 because I didn't get on the Southern State Parkway until approximately exit 26. I commute the same way. I've been driving here for over 22 years coming home from work. I observed the gray car get onto the parkway, At somewhere around exit 27, I thought. They were one of those people, they're bobbing in the right lane, left lane, trying to get nowhere, going nowhere fast. At that point, I observed the car. What I perceived was probably going to try to squeeze in front of me with not enough room. So I tried to, move up a little bit so they wouldn't come in. They cut in front of me. After about maybe a quarter mile, we were 2 feet off each other's bumper.
No, we weren't 2 feet off each other's bumper,
right.
Mr. Rios. You were 2 feet off her bumper.
Right. She squeezed in front of me.
No, she squeezed in front of you, and then you were 2 feet off her bumper. You're not 2 feet off each other's bumper.
But there was maybe 20 feet between me and the car in front of me. So I perceived she squeezed in front of me with not enough room to be in a safe driving area.
I'm following you,
Okay.
but then you said you were proceeding.
Right.
You
proceeded.
were proceeding, and you were on her tail.
Yes.
All right. I got it.
At that point in time, I didn't realize whether it was a guy or a girl. They were hitting their brakes. I decided to move into the right lane, get away from it. The car started making 4 or 5 attempts to actually cut me off. At that point in time, they were so close to me, I actually thought they made contact with my car. As we got up to exit 32, I saw the car get off the ramp. I followed them off the ramp, and right off the ramp, there was a stop sign. So I cut in front of the car and jumped out because I thought they were trying to get away. When I got to the window, I realized it was a woman, and she closed the window. She was cursing me, giving me the finger. So I banged on the roof of the car. I cursed at her and then drove away. At the next light, she was behind me now. She got out of her car and approached my window. I got out. We exchanged words in the street, and that was what I thought was the end of it.
By the way, what exit do you get off at to go to your home?
I get off at exit 42. I take the parkway to the end, and then
Fine.
I have to continue further
So
on.
you actually exited the parkway at that point to follow the plaintiff?
No, I did not exit to follow her.
Yes, you did. You exited to follow the plaintiff.
I believe she had struck my car, so I got...
No, Mr. Rios, please. I don't want you to make up any story, sir.
I am not making up any
That's making
stories.
up a story.
No.
If you drive and commute every day, you know whether somebody hits your car or not. And you exited the parkway because you were angry. That's not your exit.
I actually believed that she made contact with my vehicle, and I was scared for my life. I had been commuting for over...
Shh, please. Mr. Rios, I read your answer. I mean, if you stick with your answer, maybe you'll be successful here today so that you won't get pulverized. Your answer was that you had a very bad day and that you lost your temper. Well, that's what you said.
No.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I did not say I had a very bad day.
Well, I would suggest, sir, your answer was you were returning from a funeral of a fellow firefighter.
Right.
Okay, on that day. That's a bad day. That wasn't an ordinary work day. That was a bad day. And you say you lost your temper. And you say you acknowledge hitting her car.
Yeah,
you acknowledge hitting her car. Your defense is that you didn't cause any damage.
I had been commuting for over 20 years, the same route. I've never had an experience like this in my life. And I actually thought she made contact with my car. She was so close to me.
Mr.
I
Rios.
followed her off the parkway to stop her because I thought she was trying to get away. And then I banged on the roof of her car. Yes.
Now, Mr. Rios, you followed her off the parkway because you thought she was trying to get away.
Right.
Then you got out of your car, and what did you do?
I approached the car.
You got out of your car, and the first thing you did was approach her car.
Yes.
And what did she say to you?
She had the windows rolled up, and she was making gestures with the window closed up.
Okay, and then you hit her, according to you, the roof of her car, the hood of her car. Is that right? And then what is the very next thing you did?
I walked away.
You walked away where?
I walked to my car, got in my car, and actually drove away.
Okay. Now, Mr. Rios, did you tell me every single thing that happened from the time you followed her off the parkway until the time you got back into your car?
Yes.
What happened, Mr. Rios, to your examining your car to see if it was damaged in any way? Where's that step, Mr. Rios? If what you say is true, that you followed her off the parkway because you thought she had damaged your car, the first thing that you do once you cut her off is to take a look and see, is my car damaged or is my car not damaged? If my car is not damaged, then I get back into my car and I go away. If you're making up a story, which is exactly what you did, then you don't even bother to look at your car.
No, I'm not making up a story.
Does that sound logical to you, Bert?
Totally. Logical.
Totally. Let me see an estimate, please. Mr. Rios, you lost your temper. Lost your temper, you pay for the...
Dinheiro, aiuto. वीडियो कन्वर्टिंग की कुछ नहीं करो, डायरेक्ट करिए इन शॉट। ये भी भलाऊ तौर से भी ज्यादा जे
इन शॉट बढ़िया है यार, वो समझ में तो हुआ बात नहीं।
पहले वाइट ट्रे में करो, अब में ऐसे है वहीं के ट्रे में कर दो,
वहीं जोड़ के सब कुछ वहीं कर दो। कम की करने में बहू है जाता है रे।
सेकंड बढ़ाने वो एक में सेकंड ही बढ़ाएंगे, टाइम स्पीड कम कर देंगे।
स्पीड कर दी थी कितनी कम?
10 मिनट की।
बाकी कितने बढ़ाया दो तो?
हाँ
बाकी कितने बढ़ाया दो तो?
आधे घंटे की बात करते हैं।
10 मिनट की वो स्लो कर दो तो बढ़ा दिया तो दिमाग लगाया रे ज़्यादा है। ये तो दिमाग क्या मेहनत कम कर दे। आज मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है। 4 बजे देखिए सामने मेरे पास फोन भाई तब कहाँ है भाई है ऐसे ही नहीं भाई है।
4 तो बजे गए,
4:30 तो ज़्यादा हुई है, 4:45 में मिलने करीब।
4 बजे।
हाँ अब एंड पे बनी है 10 मिनट की एडिटिंग करके सेव लगानी है, तब तक एक अपलोड करनी है, बस सेव हो जाए फिर वो लगा दिए।
अपलोड हो
हाँ
फिर अपलोड करेगा
लगाए वीडियो तो बन जाते हैं अंदर, फिर एडिट करके सेव पे लगा दिए, अपलोड पे लगा दिए।
कितने भाई रमाए हमें अब एक में
2 मिनट की भाई, एक बार 1 मिनट की 3 मिनट की वीडियो क्या बनाई 10 मिनट की तो वही आज कम और कम की डाल नहीं रहा था
बहुत तेज में डाल के
रियल पे नहीं क्या
बहुत तेज में चैनल 2 भी ले लें।
हाँ
हम पानी में जा पानी में सुकून अब सुकड़ी जाए इतनी
कहाँ पे
छत पे इतनी कर रहे पानी बस रहो और परक कर पट्टी में 30 शॉट अब वो इतनी करने लगे हम लोगों ने, फिर ठंड लगे इतनी कर रहे हैं मच्छरदानी उड़ी।
तो क्या कर रहे थे?
बना रहे थे।
तो देखो तो मच्छरदानी हवा नहीं लगा था रे, लगा था को पानी ना बचल हो जाए अंदर, ऊपर खुलो ही है ना तो अंदर जी पानी बच जाइए, समझे? आज शायद आज के ही है हैं? छाता ले के घूमो चल हैं? ऐसे ही चला रे ये समझी आज के ऐसे ही घूमो फोन ले लेके आज को गम तो लग दो अब जा टाइम पे लग गो फिर बात ने बताई ये बात सही निकली।
अच्छा भाई ने कह देते
जगह पहले कच्चे करे अब नहीं करते मतलब तुम बात नहीं समझ ले जगह और वो लड़का तो बढ़िया है जो बता कहूँ कौन सी बात हो कहूँ पीछे नहीं हटता हाल मदद कर देती मेरी बात नहीं तुम समझ ले बस। अब खोल के कोई तो नहीं कह दी बात नहीं समझाइए तुम्हें
तो
क्या पहले करते अब नहीं करते वो कह रहे हो तो 5-6 महीना करी इन्हें सॉरी बता नहीं थी अपनी देख रहे माने एक को नहीं बताई वह कह रही कि हमने काऊ तो कजी नहीं करी बताई मेरे की किद गई अरे मोन पे विश्वास तो कर लिया हाँ इनने देख काजल मुस्कान सब और वाह अंजलि अपने नानी का सब यूट्यूब और खोल नहीं माने ये भी नहीं बताई
एक आधी बात चला तो
वही तुम कह रहे काफता एक आध बैकग्राउंड में चल रहे हैं वही तुम कह रहे देख पाने पर जीजा वो जीजी को देवर बताओ तो वो बताओ तो केवल वो है और दो पास मैंने बताए थे दो इन दो और दो जी फिर बात नहीं बताई और कितनी उम्र है?
और एक जेर है।
और एक जेर है। हम विश्वास और कर ले दाल मैंने तो हाथ जोड़ ले ये कहूँ विश्वास ना करो। आज ये मंगला बताइए ना चील को हम तो दे फिर वो चढ़ा तू बताएगा रे पता पक्के वाले और जी आते हैं और देख अबे वो हाल विश्वास कर लेगा क्या हाल ये इतनी बात है पता चल गई अबे विश्वास
कैसे छोड़ो सब है या फिर हम तुम्हें छोड़ो सही बताइए जा
और देख सेल्फी ने मैं बात दो तो सेल्फी ने मतलब कह दियो कि सही से ना बताइए घुमा फिरा के बताइए सो ये बताए और जैसे ही वो बताए ना सो याद सेल्फी बीच में बख्शो दिखा दे और वहीं रीना उड़ा है रीना अब तीनों अंजाद लगाए कि किन्ने का ये अब निकल गई उदयपुरा को एक सागर है तो भाई ने कही जगत वो सागर उदयपुरा को नहीं मेरे गाँव को ही है मैंने की बहुत गाड़ी ना दे मैंने की सारे भाई के फंसवाया दो वो कहिए घर जाए मैंने की सही से नाम बताया दे ना फिर वहाँ ने बताओ कि प्रवाद है तो बिल्कुल बगल में घर है प्रवाद के तुम तो देखो ही है तुम तो देखो ही तो और प्रवाद की भाई की बात है सेटिंग थी ना श्याम की और बहू को घर बिल्कुल बगल में ही है रीना को प्रवाद की गली में ही है बगा श्याम तक कही हो ना बे प्रवाद तक कही हो ना तो होता तो वो गाल गुस्सा में कह देते कर कल लगा है
को काय
री वही रीना
का काय
अगर प्रवाद को बताइयो ना कि हम उनकी भैया तो बात कर ना तो गाल गुस्सा में कह देता था
ये नहीं बात का कह सकती
वही तुम कह रहे तुम देखो तुम ये होता है लड़कियों पे विश्वास करने का नतीजा अभी उस टाइम पर उसकी गांड मस्त बहुत बुरी हालत है नहीं अर्जुन सिंह डेली अर्जुन सिंह चल ऐसा ये ऐसा हाँ जाई कुमार है अरे और कहाँ किल लो ये एक आधा फोन तो है बस सेल्फी लाइन पे आती था तो कहाँ किल नहीं हुई थी 8 की
और 1 मिनट बना के 10 की अपनी 12-15
हम क्या कह रहे बस सेल्फी लाइन पे आती तासो कहाँ किल नहीं करी ना तो और कहाँ किल होती देखो तो जगह मैंने तो बात नहीं करी तुम पहले हो वह वीडियो नहीं देखी मुझे क्या फ़ायदा मिलेगा हम सबकी बोतल पकड़ा देखिए आशिकी का गम है हम लिए अरे वो अजय और मंगल दोनों गांव के ही आते दोनों मोहल्ले ही के और फिर आता था तुम अजय ने तो 4 बार और मंगले ने खूब कर दू
मोहल्ला तो नहीं देता है कर तो ये मैं पता ही है चाहता है तो पता
हाँ बहुत बहुत अभी बात करेंगे हाँ करिए जी अभी और करिए छोड़िए सुन जी तो कैसे लगा जी छोड़ दिए ये पूरे आस्की में
तो
तेल लगाया मैंने
जब पता होती हुई भी तुम तो करवा रहे हो नहीं से
तो फिर तो तुम्हारी गलती है वाह सही बात जब तुम्हें सब पता है
मम्मी तो पूछिए शादी कर क्या मान लो 1 मिनट के अपलोड होगी कितने घंटा की 1.5 घंटा की
हाँ
और 1.5 घंटा की अगर सेव हो जाएगा
हाँ
और 1.5 घंटा और बन जाएगा
मुझे
और
हाँ तो मजा भी ना दे
25 बच्चे
ये
मान लो 20 है। हाँ 40 की लगा दी दूसरी। 40 दूसरी लगा दी या कम लगा दी।